Yo, can a spider come up in your crib? Man, I see you at work. Spider, don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Maybe if you got rid of that yee ass haircut, maybe you can finally get a date. Better yet, maybe Spider-Gwen will call you instead of messing with that Earth 65 Peter Parker. Spider. Wait! What's up, everyone? Thank you for joining us once again on the Dstar01 channel. I'm your host, Dexter, Arafiles, and today we'll be looking at the Marvel Legends Wave 1 Into the Spider-Verse set. This is a 6-figure set, and you can get this at www.dstartoys.com, your reliable source for awesome action figures. We're going to open all 6 of them here. If you guys want to go to a specific figure, go ahead and go in the description down below and check out those timestamps. So, let's start from Peter B. Parker. We're going to put everyone else kind of aside into the back over there. We're going to get right into this. No waiting, no intro. Well, we already did an intro, but we got no other waiting, no sponsorships, no nothing like that. We just jump right into the action figure because I don't want to waste your time. So, here we go. We are looking at Peter B. Parker. By the way, like I said before, Into the Spider-Verse, one of my favorite Spider-Man movies, and I could not wait for this action figure line. These things are going for about $20 to $24, and if you can find it in the wild, I believe they're around $20. So, let's look at Peter B. Parker first, and let's see if this face sculpt is any good. Let's see if we can focus up there, and I have to say, yes, absolutely, this looks like Peter B. Parker right here. I love that he has like kind of a little smirk there, and it looks really good. In fact, we even have a really nice skin tone on the face right here, and the hair is really nice and parted, messy as in the movie. Let's look at his jacket. We have that green jacket right here, and of course he's a little bit pudgy with the sweatpants and the mismatched shoes. Now, here's the issue with this figure. I love the way it looks, don't get me wrong, but I kind of wish we had some way to convert him into a full-blown Spider-Man, but unfortunately we don't, and this is exactly what we get. The Mafex one, I believe, will come out with a full-blown Spider-Man suit, but unfortunately that figure will be a lot more pricier. So far, I have to say, I really like the way this figure looks. He looks really, really solid. No issues here. And I have to say that, yeah, he's worth it if you can find it out in the wild. So, let's go over articulation and scale. Let's see how tall this guy is standing. He's standing at about 6.5 inches tall, and we have an up and down here at the ankle. We have a rotation there at the shin. We have a double jointed knee right there. We have ball joints here at the crotch. We do have a thigh swivel right there, and don't forget 2 swivels right here at the midsection for ab crunches, which he clearly doesn't do because he quit being Spider-Man. Spoiler alert there. Man, I totally should have said spoiler alert first. Anyway, we have a clicky joint here at the shoulder, as well as a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow right there, and a ball and peg, or a peg joint right here for the wrist, and a ball joint here at the neck, looking to be well above 20 points of articulation. I totally forgot to do this first. Let's see how he compares with other action figures before we move on to fully posing him. Here is a Gamerverse PS4 Spider-Man Marvel Legends. As you can see, they clearly work together. But if you're looking to mix and match him with the PS4 Spider-Man from SHFiguarts, that's not going to happen. If you got SHFiguarts Goku, this might work, I have to say. But it seems like he mostly fits, if you have higher-end action figures, the Mafex series seems to be fitting really well right here. So there you have it. Let's pose him a bit. He can do side kicks, front kicks. He can do flying knees and whatnot. He can do Spider-Man poses. His joints are pretty tight, but there you go. He can do Spider-Man poses like that. Let's see if he can do the superhero landing pose. Almost. Articulation's really stiff because the jacket is kind of in the way. So side kicks is a little bit hindered by that jacket because this jacket, even though it is kind of soft and flexible, it's kind of in the way of his kicks right there. So let's move on to accessories. Let's go to the top cam. Let's see what we're dealing with here when it comes to this Spider-Man. We have... come on. I gotta take them all out. This is an unboxing, and there it goes. It goes flying. Okay, here you go. We have an unmasked face right there. We got him with his soda right here. We get 4 extra hands, and we get the Stilt-Man head right there. And yeah, let's look at these extra hands in the soda. Usually I don't do this, but today I look at the hands. Okay, so there's all his stuff. Let's go to the front cam and see him hold this soda, which is what this hand was for. And there's Peter B. Parker holding his soda like that. And let's put a closed fist hand on this one. There you have it. And there he is. That's how he looks. Let's change the head. And there he is. He's looking a little mean there. Let's look close at this face. And there you have it. Looking a little angry. And that looks really cool. I have to say so myself. Peter B. Parker, everyone. Let's move on to the next action figure in the line. The star of the show is no other than Miles Morales himself. So let's go to the top cam and let's open this guy up. Now, if you're wondering, hey, don't you have the Mafex one? I do. I left it at home, unfortunately. I will try my best to get it in the showcase, though, so you guys can see the comparison. I know this guy is not going to be as thin, so there you have it. At least that's how it looks up close. So, let's see the front cam. Let's see how good old Miles looks right here. And I have to say, let's see if we can focus up on the face. And there we have it. That's the face of Miles right there. I'm not going to lie, it's not the best sculpt. It doesn't quite look like him, in my opinion. Maybe it's just the face is a little bit wide. Yeah, it is not the best one. I think the Mafex one definitely looks better. Let me see if I can show you what I mean. Okay, everyone, here is the Marvel Legends Miles Morales right here, and then here's the Mafex Miles Morales right here. As you can see, the differences are pretty clear. The Mafex one, in my opinion, let's look at the face, is the better looking face, more accurate to the movie. And this one is not as good, in my opinion. But yeah, you can see the differences here. Obviously, Marvel Legends is a little bit taller. The color of the shorts is different. And the jackets, obviously, they're different because you can remove the Mafex one compared to the Marvel Legends one. So, yeah, I like the way this one looks, but remember, you're also paying almost triple the price, if not a little bit more. So, yeah, there's a huge price difference. So, for those who wanted to see the difference, there you go. There are Mafex Miles Morales and Marvel Legends Miles Morales. Like I said, I do like the Mafex one much better, in my opinion. But it still looks, this one still gets pretty close to what Marvel Legends would look like. So let's move on. There is his jacket right there. We have the green and the red and the shorts right there with the J's on the feet, looking really, really good. I have to say, this is a really nice looking Miles, despite the fact that the face could be a little bit better, obviously, in my opinion. So if you have an issue with that, go ahead and put it down in the comments. Is this an okay Miles face? And I have to say, it's just okay. So, let's see how tall he is. Let's see how he compares in terms of articulation and scale. This guy is standing at 5.5 inches. And of course, we've got to put him with Peter B. Parker right here. So you can see these two work really well together, as they should. And here is Mafex Deadpool right there. And of course, we have... Again, I don't have the Mafex Miles with me at this point. But I will try my best to compare them at the end. And there's Miles right there with PS4 Spider-Man, Marvel Legends as well. And here is Ultra Instinct signed Goku right there. I think I already did this one, but SH Figure Arts Spider-Man. So, when it comes to articulation, it looks like he has all the same articulation points as Peter B. Parker. The only difference is we do not get a swivel here at the thigh, it looks like. Yeah, everything is indeed the same, so nothing too different. Actually, we get less now that I think about it. We do not have the thigh swivel, and we do not have the bicep. So actually, I don't even think. We don't have that same bicep swivel because the jacket is kind of in the way. Let me show you what I mean real quick here. So if you look at Peter B. Parker, which is weird that he has more articulation points, this is a swivel right here at the bicep right here. But if you look at Miles, he does not have that same articulation point. In fact, his jacket is molded into that shoulder joint right there. So unfortunately, you do not get that. Hopefully, if this is wave 1, that means a wave 2 should be coming. Hopefully we'll get a Miles Morales in his regular Spider-Man outfit without the casual wear, and therefore we'll have more articulation. So let's just articulate the guy. He can sidekick, he can front kick, he can flying knee, he can spider sting because he's Spider-Man. And he can do all kinds of stuff. He can break dance if you want, because he's Spider-Man right there. So yeah, I mean, he's articulated enough to get him to do what you want him to do. So there you have it. That is Miles Morales. Let's look at the other accessories. You get 2 extra hands, which we will look at the end of the video. So stick around for that. And let me try this time. Off camera. There's the Stilt-Man. I believe this is the head, maybe? The cover for the head. And then here is the Spider-Man head. Let's go into the front cam, and let's see Miles here with the Spider-Man head. I think I'm going to like this look better. And there you have it. This looks really good. I have to say that is a really good looking Spider-Man right there. I have to say I really, really like that one. So he doesn't come with any other accessory. We don't get webbing or nothing like that. So this is pretty much it. So let's move on to the next action figure in the line. We're looking at Gwen Stacy. We're going right to the front cam. We're looking at Gwen Stacy here, or Spider-Gwen, and she's looking really solid right there. And in fact, she comes with a Peter Porker, which looks really good. We will see how she is. I've been kind of waiting for a really good Into the Spider-Verse Gwen. Hopefully this is a really good one. The face sculpt looks okay, but let's take a closer look at her, right? So let's go to the front cam, and let's see how she looks. Now this, honestly, is not my favorite face sculpt, now that I'm looking at her really close right now. See if we can focus up. I don't know, there's something about it that just doesn't quite remind me of Gwen from the movie. Maybe, I'm trying to look at the picture as well there. Maybe it's just that she's just not, she doesn't have the right emotion, the right face that I usually think of when I see her in the movie. Yeah, it just doesn't really quite match as well as I'd like. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below. But what I do like, here's what I do appreciate. They actually got the hair right where she shaves part of it, and that looks really cool. And then it's long on the other side, and the texture and the matte finish on it look really solid. The skin tone on her looks really good as well. So I have to say they did knock that one out of the park. As well as the spider suit itself looks really, really good. Very accurate to the movie as far as I can tell. And the hood is a separate part of the figure itself. And she also looks like she has a ton of articulation points as well. And I love the shoes as well. That looks really, really solid. So when it comes to paint detail of Gwen, the face is just okay to me. But everything else seems to be doing really well. I have to say they did a good job on everything else. So let's see how tall she's standing, moving into articulation and scale. She's standing also at about 5.5 inches. And we got to compare her with Miles. So there you have it. That's Miles right there. She's a little bit taller than Miles. And we have Peter B. Parker right here. That's how she stands with Peter. And of course we have PS4 Spider-Man right there. SH Figure Arts Goku right there. And one more SH Figure Arts Spider-Man right there. So she looks like she works really well with other action figures. Let's see. Oh yeah, Mafex Deadpool. So yeah, super articulated also. She's just like Peter B. Parker, over 20 points of articulation. Looks like we get a ton of articulation points. Just to be sure, we're going to go over this one more time. Up and down here. We also have a rotation there at the shin, double joint knee. We have a thigh swivel right there. We only get one articulation point right here in the midsection, so she can't really do ab crunches, but that's okay. But then we have a shoulder joint here. We're actually missing the bicep swivel right here to keep with the nice aesthetic of the spider suit. We have a single joint here at the elbow, peg joint here at the wrist, and ball joint here at the neck. She is not as articulate. It's so weird that Peter B is more articulated than her, considering she's in the spider suit. Whatever. Anyway, she can do all kinds of poses. She can side kick, front kick, and do like spider swings. Let's see if we can get her to do some spider swings right here. Something like this. So there you have it. I think this figure would have benefited more if they gave her 2 articulation points right in the midsection right there. But unfortunately, we do not get that. Let's look at the accessories that she gets. Let's go to the top cam. We get the Spider-Gwen head, and we get Peter Parker right here. Let's get the head out, and of course we get the body of Stilt-Man right here. And so then, here is the head of Spider-Gwen. Let's pop that out and let's look. I have to say, this Spider-Gwen looks really good with the hood on. Actually, I should take the hood off. Hold on. And I really like the way this looks. This is a really good-looking Spider-Gwen. I have to say, it just looks absolutely fantastic. I like this look. I love the mask look. It's great. That's all I can really say about that. Anyway, here is Peter Parker. He is not that articulated. I mean, I guess we have 1 articulation point at the neck, but it's just really nice that we have him. That's really nice, and there he is, just giving him a nice quick look right there. So that's it when it comes to Spider-Gwen. We'll look at the hands and everything like that at the end of the video, and let's move on to no other than Marvel's Prowler, and I believe this also is from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse version of Prowler, and here he is. He's looking really good at the top cam. Let's open him up. He looks good. I mean, there's nothing really wrong. I actually really was hoping they would make a Prowler. I really liked how he looked in the movie. He looks really solid, and this figure looks like just like how he should. So let's see if they did do this guy justice. Looking at the front cam, pow, there he is. This is Prowler right here. He's looking really solid. I have to say, I am thoroughly enjoying his look. I think this is one of the better looking ones in terms of getting it almost 100% accurate to the movie. This looks just like Prowler, and he looks really, really good. I have to say, I love the suit and everything like that. They got the colors really nice and accurate from the purple, the dark blue right here, and also the inside of the cape is purple as well. And I love the way that these highlights right here. Obviously, they should have been a little bit brighter because in the movie they light up really, really bright, but not in the figure. It's a little bit dulled out pink. But that's okay. It does look really good nonetheless. Wow, I absolutely love this Prowler. Definitely going to keep this one. His paint and detail is very solid. Now let's move on to articulation and scale. This guy is standing at 6.5 inches tall, so he's a pretty tall guy. As you can see, let's compare him with Mafex Deadpool, so he does scale really well with Mafex Deadpool. Have SH Figure Arts Spider-Man, doesn't really scale well with SH Figure Arts, as you can see right here. Not so much, but he does scale well with everyone else. So here's Miles next to him. Whoa, Miles is really small in comparison. And here's Peter B. And there you have it. So, really articulate. I have to say this one is the most movable articulated one so far because we do have all the articulation points like that Peter B has, and it works really well. Let's go over that one more time. Up, well, I keep saying one more time, but we keep doing it anyway. Up and down here at the ankle. Do have a shin swivel, double jointed knee right there. We do have a swivel here at the thigh right there. Ball joint here at the crotch. And swivel on the waist, as well as a joint right here in the midsection, so it's really nice. We have up and down and left and right here at the shoulder joint, and we do have indeed a true bicep swivel, which is really, really nice. Double joint elbow right there, the peg joint, the peg right here, the peg wrist joint right there, and the ball joint at the neck. Very articulated. So glad that he came super articulated, so now you can get him to do all his moves when he's running across the roofs and stuff. And he does look solid. Let's get some moves in there. Get him in a fighting pose. Side kick, front kick, flying knee, shoryuken. Can you do a kamehameha? And yeah, you can. I think you can. Maybe if he had butterfly joints, maybe he could do it better, but there you have it. Sure, let's get him to do a kamehameha. Why not? I guess we could do a superhero landing pose, considering that he has a ton of articulation. And there you go. He actually can do it really nicely. So, yeah, No problems here. Let's look at accessories at the top cam. We only get one. Unfortunately, I don't even think that's... Yeah, that is a Stilt-Man hand. No other hands come with this guy, unfortunately, but we do get the suitcase right here. So let's take this out. Let's look at it real quick. Does it even open up? No, it does not open up. Wait, does it? Yeah, it does. That's what I thought. We get a suitcase full of money. $100 bills. They just say 100. That's funny. And he does hold it, I guess, because he does have open hands. So let's put this like. Does he hold it? Let's find out. Let's see. Let's try to see if we can get him to hold it. So there you have it. That's him holding the briefcase full of money. It's in there. That's looking good. Moving on. Let's see who we're dealing with here. We have the Hand Ninja, which is just a villain of Daredevil. It's not part of any movie. It's just a comic book version. I have to say this guy looks really solid. If you're looking to just have a bunch of red ninjas in your background, this guy looks like the guy to get. Inexpensive, looking cool. Just a random bad guy for your superheroes to defeat. Let's open it up and let's see how it is in terms of everything: paint, detail, articulation, scale, and accessories. Now this is also the guy to get if you're considering making your Stilt-Man really, really tall. You could just buy a bunch of legs so you can get him really super tall. I believe Ron told me he wants to make a really tall Stilt-Man. So this is the one to get, Ron, if you are watching. Let's get this guy open. And let's look at paint and detail of the Red Ninja. And this guy is green-eyed. And everything looks good. He is a red suited ninja. I mean, what more can you ask for? He looks really cool with the sword sheath right there. And the red looks really solid with dark red at the wrist and at the shins. We have dark red on the boots. So there you have it. Just a pretty standard hand ninja. If you're expecting anything more, I don't know why. Anyway, there you have it. If you like him, you like him. If you don't, well, then don't. Let's talk about articulation and scale. Pretty sure on this one, this guy is standing 6.5 inches. And of course, let's compare him with other action figures. Let's see if we can get Prowler to stand with him. Let's see how tall Prowler stands with him. So Prowler is indeed, they're about the same size, so they're about the same height. And last but not least, here is Mafex Deadpool. And of course, obviously, I know I said last but not least, but come on. SH Figure Arts. If you really thought SH Figure Arts was going to fit with Marvel Legends, then think twice. It's not going to fit. Let's look at it. Well, I guess we can go over articulation. Let's see if there's anything different on this guy. No, he has all the articulation points as everyone else, and he does articulate really well. He even has the shin swivel right there, and the thigh swivel, and the bicep swivel, and he does indeed come with butterfly joints. So he does have more than everyone else as of this point. Wow, that's interesting. Huh. So he's very articulated, but unfortunately the part of his gi is kind of getting in the way of the kicks. So he can do side kicks, front kicks, but not as much as I'd like. Yeah, okay, I'd have to say it does get out of the way. So it's not too bad. He can do shoryukens and whatnot. And superhero landings, not as well. That's the best I can get it. Yeah, that skirt is in the way to do that correctly. But there you have it. Red Ninja, the hand. And let's look at accessories. Let's go to the top cam right here. Comes with an assortment of ninja weapons. I honestly forgot what these were called. And he comes with 2 extra hands. But we want to keep it with these hands because he can hold his weapons. So there's his sword right there. And I forgot the name of this. Someone in the comments tell me what this weapon is called. And there you have it. So he can hold his weapons really nicely and slash and stab. And can he sheath it? Let's find out. Can he sheath it? And the answer to that question is yes. That looks really good. You can even have it where he's like about to pull the sword out. There you have it. That looks really solid, I have to say. Very nice. All right, we're down to the last action figure. Also, that guy did not come. Oh yeah, he did come in Stilt-Man stuff. Never mind. We are looking at the last one. Let's go to top cam. This figure looks so funny. I don't know why they made Frogman. But anyway, there he is. There's Frogman. Let's open him up. Let's see how he is. Surprisingly, I was actually looking for this set before I got it at the store at Dstar01 and I was actually looking for Frogman first, and I could not find him. I think I found him... Wait, did I find... No, I don't think I did. Wait, yeah, I did. I did find him once, but I did want the whole set, so... And then when I went to see if I can get him again... Oh, he's jumping out of the box. He did disappear, so... This set does fly off the shelf really fast. So anyway, there's Frogman on the top cam. Let's see how he looks like. Can I just say, even though he looks weird, this is an actually decent looking figure, right? He does look like he's well designed. He comes with all kinds of cool stuff. Look at that backpack. The suit's really detailed with all the wrinkles and ruffles and the clothes and whatnot. And the eyes look really solid, and the frog helmet looks really solid as well. It's kind of a soft plastic right there. It's softer than everything else on him. I have to say, regardless of him being kind of like a meme figure, he does look really good for what he is. I mean, look, he even has springs on his feet. Guys, come on. They don't really bounce, but they actually put that detail in there. The designer of this figure must have been laughing the whole way. He's like, ooh, finally, my life's work. I'm making Frogman. I have to say, he does look really good, really funny. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to articulation and scale. He's also pretty heavy too. So, anyway, this guy is standing at the very top of his eyes right there at 6.5 inches, and we have Mafex Deadpool right there. Here is a red ninja that he can beat up, pow, right there, and we have Prowler right there, Peter B. And let's see, let's get Goku in here. There's Goku. So I have to say, really nice. Really articulated too. He has all the articulation points. Even he has a shin swivel right there. Does he have? No, he does not articulate at the waist, but he does articulate at the upper part of the waist. Doesn't have butterfly joints, but he is articulated just like everyone else, even having a bicep swivel. And I have to say, this is really cool. Let's get him to do some poses. Let's get him to get ready to jump, because, you know, he's a frog. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And that looks really cool. Superhero dressed as a frog, everybody. Surprisingly. And there he is, doing his superhero pose, like, I have landed. Not the best when it comes to superhero landings, but there you have it. Front kick, flying knee, punch, shoryuken, kamehameha. Let's get him to do his kamehameha. There you have it. Let's see here. So he also comes with an assortment of hands. Does he come with anything else? No, that's pretty much it. And then we get the Stilt-Man parts right there. And that's pretty much it. You're just kind of getting a really bulky, buff-looking Frogman. So now that we're done with this, we're pretty much done with the set. Let's build. I'm going to build Stilt-Man off camera, and I'm going to show him to you guys, and then we'll come up with a conclusion. Everyone, please. Okay, everyone, we're back, and I built this guy. Very easy to do. Comes with 2 extra hands, and my goodness. This guy is so tall. My goodness. Ladies, if you're looking for a figure that's 1/12, 6 feet and over, this figure is for you. Because he is just the tallest action figure I think I have ever seen in my collection, and this is just ridiculous, and I love it. Marvel Legends, thank you for making Stilt-Man. I have to say, he looks really good. Let's talk about his... pretty much his detail here is a really shiny silver plastic, and I have to say it looks really, really shiny, really good. And then, yeah, there he is right there. And then the flesh tone on the mouth looks really good, but everything on this guy is just silver bling, and he just looks really, really solid. When it comes to articulation, he does have all the articulation points. Let's take him off the stand, and let's see if we can articulate him He does have a rotation here at the thigh. But here's something interesting. In order to connect more legs, you have to remove this this articulation at the knee, which is an up and down. I don't know why they decided to give us an articulation point, which it really just goes up and down a little, and it rotates. But oh, and he also has a rotation here at the shin for some reason. So he does have 20 points of articulation. He's really articulated. Just because, let's take the ruler out and let's see how tall he really is. Let me put him. Let me stand him up real quick. Let me see if is he balanced enough to stand on his own. Let's find out. And I have to say, no, not really. Oh, geez. Okay, everyone, give me a second as I try to stand this guy. All right, let's back it up. Let's back him up. And let's see how tall he's standing. So this is, oh, he's standing exactly 12 inches. He's 1 foot tall exactly. So there you have it. I have to say he looks really cool. Nothing to complain about here. I'm wondering if we can really get a Stilt-Man to be really, really tall. Anyway, guys, let's put everyone together and let's come up with a conclusion. I'll be right back. All right, I got this set together. Let's talk about the conclusion. Would I recommend this set? Absolutely. I absolutely love Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and this action figure set is very affordable, looks good, no real big issues at all. I have tiny issues mostly with Gwen's face and Miles' face, but they're very small, and honestly, you could just bypass them. And don't really worry about my opinion on those, because these figures actually look really, really good. There's nothing too wrong with them. I especially like, if I were to choose something out of all of them, my favorite one has to be a tie between Peter B. Parker, because the face sculpt looks really good and he looks great, or Prowler, because he's super articulated. I love Prowler in the movie, and this one looks really, really good. I think Prowler may be in the lead on my favorite out of this set, just because Peter B. Parker doesn't come with a full-blown Spider-Man costume. Maybe we're going to see that later on in the future, but so far I have to say, set's really good. Love that it comes with Stilt-Man. As you can see, he's really tall in the back over there, and I love that this set just looks absolutely amazing. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. You can pick this set at www.dstar01toys.com, your reliable source for awesome action figures. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're always in the know when I post new videos. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace!
rate, comment, and subscribe. Where? Right here, not there, right here. You. And thanks for watching. So, rate, comment, and subscribe. Right here, right there, right here. Yeah.